Before the sea split, before the mountain burned, before the firstborn cried out in the night, there was a people in silence and a God who wasn't finished. This is Exodus, a story of groaning underweight and a rising with wonder, a story of slavery broken, identity forged, and a presence revealed. It begins not with fire, but with oppression. For 400 years, the descendants of Jacob lived in Egypt. They grew, multiplied, and prospered, until a Pharaoh arose who didn't remember Joseph, who didn't care about the promise made. He saw their numbers and fear always finds justification. So they were pressured into labor, oppressed, beaten, and controlled. But they kept growing. So Pharaoh's fear escalated into policy. Every Hebrew boy drowned in the Nile, and yet a baby survives. A mother hides her son in a basket and sends him into the Nile. That child will challenge the gods of Egypt and lead a people out of slavery. Moses grows up in Pharaoh's palace, a child of two worlds. He's educated in the halls of Egyptian power, fluent in the culture of kings, but inside, the memory of his people never leaves. He watches their labor, he hears the whips, he sees the humiliation. One day, it breaks him. He sees an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, an axe. He kills the Egyptian, but the secret spreads. He's not seen as a hero, he's seen as a murderer. And he runs out into the wilderness. He finds refuge in Midian. He marries, has children, tends sheep. 40 years pass. He disappears from history, but not from God's sight. And one day, something unexpected catches his eye. A bush on fire, but not consumed. He approaches. A voice calls out, "Moses." It's not just fire, it's presence. God tells Moses, "I've seen the suffering of my people. I've heard their cries. I've come down to rescue them. And then I am sending you." Moses resists. Who am I? What if they don't believe me? I'm not a good speaker. But God isn't looking for polish. He's looking for obedience. I will be with you, God says. He gives him signs, a staff that becomes a snake, a hand that turns leprous and heals, water that turns to blood. He gives him Aaron to speak. And so Moses goes, not with confidence, but with calling. This clip ends here, but the story doesn't. Wayfarers Chase has the full arc of biblical lore, theology, historical figures, the covenant behind the scene. Click one of these to keep questing through the only myth that was never a myth at all.